Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Fantastic notes on your end, and you already provide the key summary of the messages here. I'm really thrilled to have a room full of great women and a lot of young women as well. That's a great mix-up for the discussion today because it's about creating the future, what we're talking about, right? So it's about all of us. To start with, who enjoyed last night? Weren't you all amazed by the fantastic women we awarded? Also specifically by Christine Lagarde and her 4 or 5 L's. And we can see that it's up to us to create the future. So a big thank you to Irene and the entire team of the Global Summit. I'm sure she's getting that message also from all of us. So please give Irene and the team a hand of applause. And talking of Christine Lagarde, I, for my part, enjoyed the clarity of message of Irene. And that's what we kind of also talked, in the preparation of that panel. We want to be very clear today and also answer your questions very sharply, Megan, and you will help us doing that. Business plays a pivotal role on economic empowerment. Business. And the Edelman study was mentioned that people anyway trust business now better than many other organizations, but it's with the purchasing power that we've got and building businesses that we can help pull each other along. So let me ask again, who works in corporates? Who is an entrepreneur? Wonderful. So most of you in the room have got purchasing power. So that's what we are talking about today. We've all got a role to play through our purchasing decisions. And importantly, if we integrate diversity into those purchasing decisions, we ensure better business outcomes. Better business outcomes. This is what it's all about. We're not talking charity today. There's a room for it for sure. For charity, for philanthropy, always difficult word. But we're talking today about business and about better business outcomes. So economic empowerment through purchasing is what I'm going to talk about now. This morning, did you brush your teeth?
Yes. I hope so.
Right? And I would assume you do this every morning, every night, right? This is an everyday activity. And, looking at how wonderfully you're all kind of dressed and, made your hair, also, shampooing and washing the hair is also an everyday activity. That's important for us at Procter & Gamble. We are there for you in the everyday. Our products are part of your life, and that requires also that we are available when you want to purchase the products. And I would assume you go shopping in a supermarket, in a drugstore, in a discounter, in a small mums and pop store, and wherever you go, you expect our brands, whether this is Gillette or Venus or Oral-B or Braun or Gillette, you expect them on shelf. And that means that the broad distribution is key of our business model. And this, again, requires a very decent supply chain. One that works every day. So a resilient supply chain, a supply chain that is working across the globe is really key to our business success. And that's exactly where, the dots connect. And we are really proud that since 10 years, or for 10 years in a row, P&G is voted #1 by Gartner on supply chain. So you can see that we put a lot of emphasis on having a functioning supply chain. And this supply chain that works is very much enabled and empowered through its diversity. Yesterday night, we all recall the fantastic muffin we had with a small candle. Wasn't it beautiful to celebrate 35 years of Global Summit? Next year, yeah, please. Next year in 2026, P&G celebrates 50 years of supplier diversity programs. So I'm really proud, on the behalf of many of my colleagues, some of them sitting in the room, but also all our great purchasing and supply chain organization, to share some of the approaches we've got at Procter & Gamble that deliver on your everyday demands behind a great supply chain, and how diversity plays a key role. Clearly, cost of our products matter. We are catering for 5 billion consumers. They have got very diverse needs and also very different economic propensities. So cost is a critical element in all of this. Let's not forget about that. But cost is not everything. In our purchasing strategy, P&G follows a best total value strategy. And that is supported by its inclusivity, because we want to tap into the broadest pool of suppliers. And this connects to what Elizabeth has said. We want to ensure that we have the best pool of suppliers available to us. And pool of suppliers is like the table. You really want all options. You want all options. You want all options at best cost. And you want that the options are scalable. You want that, the differing supply and quantity demands are able to be met. That's kind of what's all behind our total value concept. So when I talk about the supplier diversity program we've got now for 50 years, it started in 1976. So this means many of you weren't born then. In the year 2000 and 2000 to 2020, we added different elements to our supplier diversity program. And this includes, to make examples, veterans. This includes women and women-owned business. This includes LGBTIQ. This includes people with disabilities. That's all part of our outreach. In 2024, we developed the program further to focus also on SMEs, so small and medium-sized companies. And in effect, Elizabeth also told me that your data support this. Women are very much represented by SMEs. So SME is also really a very inclusive way of actually tackling the supply chain topic. So in net, we want, as Procter & Gamble, that our supply chain is competitive, innovative, resilient, and agile. So very clear business outcomes. That is, a key message. I said before, if we work on supplier diversity, we improve business outcomes. We are not doing this for charity. We're doing this for the business. And this is what keeps it going. And this is what keeps it growing. And this is how we can provide opportunities. And via this, we are able to do our job. And our job is to serve consumers, to serve all of you with the products, the benefits, the jobs to be done, served, that you've got on your mind. So diversity is critical, specifically when we can decode it and when we can put this into business value and clear KPIs. For us, this is cost of ownership. I said, cost is important. Quality of goods and services, supplier responsiveness, speed to market, social and environmental impact, and supplier willingness to share risk. And lastly, creating a lasting impact on our business and communities. This is all part of our supplier scorecards. And this is part of the total value concept. So we are clear on what value to us means. So we are clear on what we want to achieve, in our business outcomes and negotiations. And I just wanted to end my first thoughts on asking you, if you're in the business of supplying big corporations or other business partners, are you clear on your strategy? Have you decoded the value of diversity? Can you put this into your business KPIs and scorecards? What is, your total value of diversity for your business so that you can bring that concept to the business table and to your sourcing decisions? So be clear, clarity, and perseverance. Don't let go.